Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from Yahuwah the Father and Yahusha our Mashiach, his voice. Hear, O Yasharal, Yahuwah our mighty one, he is one Yahuwah. This is Brother David coming to you again to bring you 5G towers. I know by now that you've heard about this. You're home. You have all the time in the world to look at all of the videos with every conspiracy theory about 5G towers. Let's just deal with the facts about it. They're building this all over the country, all over the world. Do you see the one that looks like a tree? That's a 5G tower. They just built one of these not too far from me behind the shopping center. And we all said to ourselves, why did they disguise it as a tree? Well, this 5G network, 5G tower, emits massive doses of radiation. We know, at least those who, been around for a while, that know about radiation, we know that radiation poisons the cells. Could this be the catalyst for this coronavirus? Could be. In Wuhan, China, after they activated their 5G network, what happened? People fell sick. Is there a connection there? Surely could be. What does this 5G do? It speeds up technology. It speeds like we've never seen before. This is weapons grade technology. Why are they implementing weapons grade technology in our communities and around the world? They are preparing for war. Against who, Brother David? Let's see. Revelation chapter 17, verse 11 to 14. Let's see how close we really are. Verse 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seventh, and goeth into perdition. When you go to the Old Testament, you find out that Esau, Edom, his seed was spoiled, and he is not. But yet, here he is. And he is the eighth. There were 7 kings. The eighth is waiting in the wing. But the 7th king seems to have a problem. He's sick. Who's running the country? The eighth. It never tells you that the 7th was going to die before the 8th was taking over. Verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. There is 10 kings or 10 kingdoms that have aligned themselves with Saudi Arabia. They're fighting a war against Yemen, against the remnant that are there to destroy them. Verse 13. These have one mind. Who have one mind? These 10 kingdoms, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, Muhammad bin Salman. Verse 14. These. Okay, now it's talking about the beast and the kingdoms that aligned themselves up with him Check for yourself, brothers and sisters, and you're going to find out everything that I'm telling you is perfect in line with this prophecy. And it points out who the beast is. It has nothing to do with the Vatican. It's nothing to do with the Europeans. This is a family matter. Esau is our brother. But now his seed is spoiled, and he is not. But yet, he is returned. These shall make war with the Lamb. Who is the Lamb? Yahusha. And Yahusha shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. That's only the children of Yasharal. There's not going to be any Europeans there with him. These are the ones who died keeping the law. They died for the law. You're going to see Yahudis ben Matityahu and his brothers, and those who were faithful to the cause. They shall rise again at this time, and they shall come back and make war with the beast. You got me so far? Now look at this. Zain launches commercial 5G services in Saudi Arabia. You see this landmass here? This is Saudi Arabia, brothers and sisters. Here you have your 7 mountains. Every bit of prophecy lines up to this region. Has nothing to do with Europe, nothing to do with Asia or any other place. Everything is going to go down here first. Watch what I'm telling you. Be vigilant. Be sober. Open your minds. Read the scripture. Look at that lineage that I told you about the 7 kings. And then see that the 8th is ruling. And he is called the man of sin. He is wicked beyond all imagination, brothers and sisters. Now, why do they want to use this 5G network? They know demons and devils know the Mashiach. Demons and devils know Yahuwah. They know how much power he has. They also know that their time is up. This is their last-ditch effort to fight against him. They needed something like this. A 5G network to pull it off. They needed super high speed. Have you ever seen the ships that they call UFOs that they encounter, and how fast they move from position to position in order to launch your weapons at them? You have to have a higher speed than what you have now. 2G, 4G is not going to cut it. 5G is 10 times faster. This is why they're rolling it out so quickly. This is why everyone's sick. Because this 5G network, this radiation is poisoning our systems. And what do they call it? The coronavirus. Did you know in China that the virus took off immediately after they activated their 5G system? And now it's moving all around the world. Spain, Italy, all of these places have implemented a 5G system. But we're so busy looking at the Europeans all the time, right? Which for them, this is a judgment period. This is a time where tribulation like never seen before has entered into their lands. This is a time where their economies have fallen to pieces, and they're looking forward to revising them, but they will not have the chance to do so, brothers and sisters. Do you know why? Because the Mashiach is going to return soon. And where will he sit down? right here in Saudi Arabia. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29 to 30. Let's revisit this passage. It tells you the story. Every other prophecy has already come to pass. There is not one prophecy left besides this. Verse 29. And immediately after the tribulation of those days, these days, after the tribulation, not before, not in the midst, after, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Aren't we experiencing today tribulation like never seen before? People are in fear for their lives. The coronavirus. People are in fear for their homes. The coronavirus. People are in fear for their jobs. The coronavirus. Their 401ks have been wiped out. Stock market is gone. The coronavirus. They're trying to implement something else. People are living in fear. They're in chaos. Soon they're going to be picking up weapons to protect themselves against others because you're infected. Don't you come near me. And where I live here in Florida, these people got guns, arsenals. But it says immediately after the tribulation of these days, the sun shall be dark, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. How does this 5G tower work? How is it powered? If it's solar, they won't be getting any power from the sun. If it's coming from the power grid or an alternative source of power, I don't know, maybe some type of a generator, when the Son of Man returns, it shall all be shut down. Why would he shut it down? Because they're looking to launch their weapons at him. It says in the book, they shall make war with the Lamb. Who? Those 10 nations and the beast. Did you know that the United States of America is involved in this? They are Mohammed bin Salman's protection agency. Hold it 1 second. Let me tell you something else. Look it up. All of the nations on the earth is right there in the region today, brothers and sisters. So when our brother returns, he's going to shut off the power. Whether it be solar, he can send an electromagnetic pulse, shut off the grid. And what about those who have Generacs or generators? He has something for that too. Verse 30. After the lights have gone off, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Now, I've thought this over. I've slept on it. I've asked the Father to reveal to me. And the only thing that keeps coming to me is these chariots that are going to show up in the sky. We don't call them chariots because our ancestors didn't understand what these ships were that they were seeing, so they called them chariots. But these are going to be what the term is today UFO, unidentified flying objects. Well, they're not unidentified. This is the glory of Yahuwah. Read Ezekiel. These great ships are going to show up everywhere. Even all the places where the 5G networks have been turned on. But he's going to turn them off. And it says the stars shall fall from heaven. Could this be the satellites that they have placed in the sky that will transmit this 5G network around the earth? It will be prudent before you enter to destroy them, and they shall come tumbling down out of the atmosphere to the earth. And the powers of the heavens, they're going to be shaken, brothers and sisters. Why are the people of the earth going to mourn? Because they're going to see something that they were not expecting. Especially the Christians. The Christians are expecting this white guy to come in the clouds with the white robes. The Muslims are expecting Moadi. I guess he's supposed to be something like Muhammad. They're not going to be expecting a brother coming in the clouds with a great contingent of warriors. Revelation chapter 16, verse 17. Before we get into this, I want you to go and read Revelation chapter 16, I believe maybe about 13, 14, 15. Well, just read about the sixth angel that poured out his vial, and you will find the location where he poured it out. Wasn't in America. It was right over the river Euphrates. That's in the region, brothers and sisters. Where's our land? From the river Euphrates to the river of Egypt, the Nile River. Now let's come down to the seventh angel. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven, and from the throne, saying, "It is done." What is done? The last plague. Where is it at? In the air. How is it transmitted? Through radio waves, radiation. Is it making sense to you? Because it's surely making sense to me. What was all of the haste for? Why were they rushing to pour this out? Everyone is saying they didn't test this. They know that something could go wrong. Why did they rush to pour it out, to put it into, to implement it? Did not test it to see what effect it would have on the people. They don't care. They know the Mashiach is coming soon. See, you and I and others may take these prophecies lightly, but those who are initiated, the principalities and powers and spiritual wickedness that is in high places, know that their time is up. 400 years has transpired. They know this. They believe this. And they're preparing for it. They said we got to protect ourselves. 2G, 4G, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to be fast enough to launch these weapons against these unidentified flying objects that move so fast from position to position. We need this 5G network, which is 10 times faster than what we have to pinpoint the target, to destroy it. Yahuwah shall shut it down. So, I was hesitant about this 5G network because I needed to have the link. The link that was going to put all of this in perspective. And here we have it. That's why they rushed to put it out here. That's why they couldn't care who's going to get sick, who's going to die. It's about the protection of those who are in high places. I watched Donald Trump yesterday state that everyone should wear a mask, but then he says, but he's not. And I says, why would he say that? Does he know how this is being implemented? He should. Am I saying that person-to-person transmission is not true? No, I'm not saying that. Once your cells have been poisoned by this radiation and you have become infected, maybe person-to-person transmission is really happening. Because it's all about corruption of cells, which could create some type of a disease that looks like a virus. This is why I told you, take echinacea. Without knowing all of this, I told you to take echinacea. Because what it does is that it attacks people who have, their immunity is low. Yeah. And you need to strengthen your immune system so that you can overcome these high doses of radiation that they're going to put out in your communities. Aren't you wondering why they keep saying that, oh, it's coming soon and that it's going to hit this area and it's going to hit that area? It's because they're setting up these towers. Now, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just going to ask the question. Why do you think they want everyone off the streets? Over here, before they gave that total shutdown where everyone should stay at home, they put out a curfew. You couldn't come out from 11 to 5. What are they doing in that time? Could they be putting up more towers? This is the weapon to fight against the Mashiach. And you don't have to believe it. But once it comes to pass, then you will say that Brother David truly was inspired by Yahuwah. Be vigilant, be sober. Take your eyes off of America and the European nations, the places where we've been taken captive, tribulation like never seen before. They're going through their judgment period. They're going to start killing themselves. They can't take anything going a little bit out of whack. They go get nervous. They get antsy. So stay off the streets. Stay away from them. Here's another thing. Return to Yahuwah. Keep His commandments. Leave Jesus alone. Leave all the other false gods alone. Keep His ways. This great salvation that shall come out of this is not for the church. It's not for Islam. It's only for the children of Yasharal, those who have been taken captive and have been scattered around the world. Shalom.